Ni hao.
Hola.
So basically that's saying hello in 2 different languages for those who didn't know. Today we wanted to spice things up because we've been shooting with the same kind of plain background, same hair. We don't have makeup or jewelry to jazz our look up. So I have a leopard bow tie that I made from a scarf.
And today I have my little monkey here. Isn't he just cute? I wanted my other monkey. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know Monkamoo. But she wouldn't let me bring Monkamoo today. So I have my other one.
No Monkamoo today. But what we do want to talk about is, if you remember, you've been following us. We cut off all our hair. Then yesterday was the last day we could wear makeup and jewelry. So today we entered the world completely bare and completely uncomfortable. I felt like I was walking outside naked. I had nothing to make me feel, I guess, beautiful. I had plain clothing on, no jewelry, no makeup, and no hair.
Yes, I definitely felt the exact same way. Like, and then to top it off, I had like on sneakers, and I don't wear sneakers, and his little sweats. Like it was a.
And it was nice outside.
Right. It was
cute
a rough
day,
day.
like weather.
Yes, I had a really rough day. Really rough day.
Ooh, wait, how about y'all? Excuse me. We've been up late.
Yeah, midnight.
All right, but nonetheless, we did go out and get some street work done. We hit 125th Street in Harlem and got to stop a lot of people and basically ask them what is their definition of beauty and ask them to define their beauty.
So for those of you, hold on, before I say this, if you watched our videos from last night, we said that we were going to Philadelphia today, which that was the original plan, but we decided to spend another day in New York. And as much as I kind of didn't want to, I must say that there was definitely a lot gained from today's experiences. And yeah, a lot gained. So
Shakia was right. Say it. Look me.
There was a lot gained from today's experience.
Shakia was right.
Yo,
it's so hard for some people to admit that someone else was right. But we stayed in Harlem and we got to meet a lot of people.
Right. So for those of you who are familiar with New York, or maybe you're not, you know that New York has a ton of different type of people. It's a very eclectic place. And I must say that the individuals on 125th Street are very passionate. Very passionate. They have a lot to say. They have a lot of feelings. They're extremely opinionated, and they're gonna make sure that their voice is heard in one way.
And they don't put a camera. Don't show them a camera.
Right.
Oh, it's their platform to talk
to it. Right. Absolutely.
Tell them about the little girl.
Oh yeah. So you'll see. Or actually, no, you won't see this piece of the little girl in her interview. But so everyone in New York has a hustle. Either you sing, you dance, you sell candy on the train, you're a homeless bum that's a comedian, you dance,
you invented something.
You do everything. Like you can do everything. So this little girl was selling lollipops, and she was selling them for $1.
Like the blow pop,
the little pops, like $1. But she was cute. But let me tell you about this little girl, because I don't usually buy candy from kids. Yes, I do love kids, but I don't believe in spending that much money on something that I can get for way cheaper. And this little girl, oh my gosh, she came up to us knowing very confident, knowing that she was going to get the $1, which she did. And she had the perfect speech. She was very well spoken, very articulate, and she knew what she wanted. And
you was gonna give it to her.
Yeah.
She said, I said, how much? I asked her how much how much the lollipop was, and she said $1 investment. Who says that, right? That's what we want to hear, that we're investing in something. She's not selling us something, but we're investing in this young girl. This is our youth. She's out here doing something positive. So of course, yeah, she got the $1. One lady tried to ignore her. Wait, hold on. Let's ignore it.
Right.
Now today, again, I don't think we look scary. We have our poster boards, like take a second to find your beauty and, smiling. We got ignored so many times. We got no's so many times. Brush off so many times.
The rejection was real.
Actually,
you'll see in a documentary that Shakia does She does
like 3 of them.
She does 3 different ways that we got rejected
over and over again.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny.
It is kind of funny when I see that.
We saw some or we had some romantic interviews,
couples,
which were very, very, very cute.
And the guys, we asked them, like, what is the most beautiful thing about your girlfriend, wife? And they laid it on thick. I'm telling you, them girls was blushing and smiling and kissing.
One guy wasn't there yet. We asked him, you know, what did you say? Are you guys together? Something like that. And he was like, not yet, but I'm working on it. I'm pretty sure after he finished his interview,
after that answer and that
they were,
but
you'll see it.
I'm pretty sure she took him as her boyfriend. Can we just talk about the rude guy, please?
All right, so we had a very, I hate to say this because the day was going very, very well, a very disheartening experience today. Do you want to tell the story or do you want me to?
So I'm going to talk about, because one of my fears, also in the documentary I talked about, I said, Liana, what if somebody a guy calls us like a bald-headed heifer or something like that? Anything but bald head, right? Because that's usually associated with being negative. What is going to be our response? So we kind of laughed it off, like say we're bald and we're proud, and you know, we joke about it in the documentary. But today I seen a lady walking down the street and she had a brush cut, and I just stopped her and asked, could I talk to her and ask, you know, how long has she been bald, when did she go bald, so forth and so forth. And as we're talking to her, interviewing her, this guy who was clearly intoxicated walked by and felt it was his duty to let us know that we weren't supposed to be bald, men do not like bald women, and so forth and so forth. Okay, being the vocal person that I am, I did entertain him, even though the lady told me don't. It made me mad, but then he walked away and said, go get a weave, you bald-headed bitch.
And he said it with a lot of force. Talk about being hurt.
When I say the insides of me boiled, like I could not believe that he was so rude and so hurtful, and he didn't even know us from nothing. And she was saying, oh, well, he wanted the attention. He got my attention. He did. Because that was so rude, and even though he didn't say it to me, he was directing it to her, I still felt some type of way, and it didn't hurt my feelings, and I cried because it was disrespectful, but it also made me so angry that I wanted to go over there and say something to him. But I composed myself. And the lady went on to say, you know, don't entertain him, he doesn't matter, and you know, he's trying to provoke us and so forth. And she shared some things with you.
Yeah, you guys, I guess you'll be able to really see like the magnitude of how this event actually happened when you see the documentary.
Oh, was it recorded?
Everything was recorded. The tears, everything was recorded. It was captured, so you'll be able to see it then. But it's interesting because throughout the day we had a ton of like positive feedback and a ton of positive things.
Feeling good, boy.
Right, and then after like the guy says this, that's the only thing that kept playing in my mind over and over again was this guy calling us a bald-headed bitch. And it was kind of upsetting to me that I let this one thing stay in my head after there were so many other positive things that happened throughout the day. And I kind of shared it with the lady that was actually there because she stayed with us throughout the entire time, and she kind of was like encouraging you know, all these different things, and she was saying that, you know, you kind of can't give power to a person like that. Like, you can't, people are going to have things to say, and you can't let it affect you like that. And as much as she said that, and as true as that may be, it's still sometimes easier said than done. Nobody wants to be called that. Nobody, you know, it's just, I can't really express the feeling that I felt when he said it, but.
And we chose to do this, you know what I mean? One, we're doing it for something that's positive. So for him to even voice his opinion against something he knows nothing about. But on top of that, what if, you know, we didn't choose to be bald? What if we had a condition? You know what I mean? For him to make us feel that bad and not knowing the story behind it, it was just so hurtful and, like I said, so shocking. I wasn't prepared for it. I joked and said, you know, what if someone says this? But I'm thinking, what if one day, and I'm a very opinionated person, so I better learn how to gnaw on my tongue. But what if I do say something, you know, to someone, that's going to be the first thing they use against me. And because this was a choice, but because I'm not loving the bald head, it is going to be hurtful and it is going to make me angry. I'm going to want to lash back and maybe step out of my character a little bit. And then when we were walking to go home, he was still at it. As we're walking by, this is like 30 minutes later. He's with his friends. Oh, there go them bald head, blah, blah, blah. No man want a bald head. Why? Like, what good comes from that? But that was just an eye-opener. And
yeah, but besides that, we had a really good day. I will say that the best, because we did a really lot of interviews. We had a little old woman that mispronounced names and all that stuff. But I think my most favorite interview was actually the guy didn't even want to be recorded. And I feel like he was a guy that was misunderstood. I think he was definitely misunderstood. And I definitely sat there and spoke with him for a very long time. He had a lot of positive things to say, but I feel like if this was a guy that you were just looking at walking down the street, you would definitely not give him the time of day. You wouldn't talk to him because he just seemed like he probably was a rambler. But he had a lot of good things to just say on his definition of beauty and all of that. So overall, my day was pretty cool.
So my favorite was these two guys who were super knowledgeable and was very passionate on, I almost don't want to say Black history anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
History,
but anyway, the history of our people, shall we say. And they just had me feeling like I was everything by calling me queen and let me know that my skin tone is beautiful, that my hair just the way that it is beautiful. You know, when it grows out in its natural state is beautiful. And I mean, I honestly was feeling good because they would just let me know, like, you and yourself right here how you are. They didn't know me with hoops. They didn't know me with makeup. They didn't know me with longer hair. They saw me for who I was today and was like, let me know that it is beautiful. Nothing needs to be added. Nothing needs to be changed. That you are a queen and that you are made in God's image, perfect just the way you are. And I mean, I was just floating, boy. I wasn't even thinking about no hair. I wasn't thinking about no jewelry. It was just like, that was us. And that's another thing. When you're trying to do good for the betterment of other people, you don't think about yourself. Like, you know, were we thinking, oh my goodness, I'm bald, and we were going up to people talking, cute guys, stopping them, asking them to define beauty, and I didn't think twice, like, oh my goodness, what do they think, like, about my bald head, and because we were doing something that was bigger than us.
Absolutely.
So that was amazing. Definitely. It was just good to be out today. It was a beautiful day. Meeting people, talking.
It was. So tomorrow we actually really are going to Philly this time.
Like for real.
Like for real. So we will get up with you guys tomorrow. And by the way, we definitely read all of your comments.
And we love them.
Keep them coming. Alrighty, guys.
Until next time.
Bye.